we manifest what we believe.
When things start to happen for me, but I wasn't shocked because I knew it would be true.
Gabby Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
What I would say is that these young women that are in their 30s, they're single, they're living in big cities or wherever they're looking to you in an aspirational way. And I just think that what is the core message that you want them to take home?
I want them to know their worth.
Mm-hmm.
I really want women to know their worth and their value and not have it be attached to a partner. I'm so excited for the day that I find my partner and fall deep in love. But two things can be true at the same time. You can be excited for that and you can fill up your own cup 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I believe that. And I just don't want women to feel like they have to wait to be happy until they're attached to someone. In fact, I want them to learn how to make themselves happy, truly and wholly, because when I did that, my life transformed. And I will be a better partner, a better mom, a better everything because of that.
Yeah.
It starts within.
Really beautiful answer. And I think that's the key to manifesting. It's
100%.
It's just straight up. I can't wait for that thing to make me happy. People have this when I have that, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
no, when you're happy, whatever you desire will start coming into your life.
It's the ordering the Amazon package and knowing that it's going to, you don't wait by the door, it's coming.
Yes.
And it's
there you go.
It's joyful. And I'm manifesting kind of like a crazy, I've taken a lot from you, but I kind of am like a messy manifestor.
Cool, tell me about it.
But it's it's fun. It's fun. And I like to do little mini manifestations. Like my funniest one, I guess, is with Diplo. Do you know who Diplo is? Yeah, the DJ, whatever. And when I think about 2 years ago, I was making some of my first TikToks were about how I had a fun crush on him. Cut to 2 years later, I sat with him at the US Open. They literally put us next to each other. And I had this moment and I was like, Tinx, this is a really funny one. But it's just those little fun manifestations.
Yes.
But I manifest all sorts of different ways. And my followers often ask me well, how do you do it? I need instructions. And I always direct them to you because I learned so much from you. But I don't think there's one way to do it. I don't think that there's one specific way. And it's not so prescriptive for me. It's more just it's joyful and it's fun and it's to be excited. It really comes back to that excitement of it's coming. Good things are coming.
I gave a talk last week in Ohio for my friend Lewis Howes, who's just extraordinary and best audience ever. And the whole talk I gave was sort of just an impromptu thing that happened after I was doing a TikTok duet with Oprah. Okay. Now my listeners are like, what's a TikTok duet? You know what I'm talking about. For those who do not know, it's someone's giving a motivational talk or saying something cool and you just start to put your face, you're split screened with them. And you start just, obviously I'm not telling you what you
sorry. I'm like, yeah, I know.
You're yeah, totally. I know. No, you know what a duet is. So in any case, just explaining it to the people not on TikTok. And it was Oprah talking about manifestation. And she said that we manifest what we believe, right? So,
yes.
So, and what we believe is what's going to manifest into our life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I totally threw out my talk the day before. And I just this is what I'm going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave a whole talk on how what we believe is what will attract into our life.
Yes.
Because it's, all these stories of putting it on the vision board or, saying it 1,000 times or it's not how we manifest. It's not how we attract into our life.
Yeah, I know. Hot take, honestly. I'm sure you have some interesting things to say about this, but I think a lot of the manifesting on TikTok is whatever works for people, but there's a lot of write this 1,000 times and put it under your pillow. And if that works for you, great. But for me, it's always been from a place of belief, as you said.
There you go.
And so when things start to happen for me, I honestly I'm not saying this in a boasting way, but I wasn't shocked because I knew it would be true.
Yeah.
Even when, it more felt it didn't feel oh my God, now I have my dream job. It just felt things were actualizing how they are supposed to be because I always believed that I would have this life.
Yeah.
And so it's more just It's exactly what Oprah said. It's what you believe will come true.
You attract what you are.
Yeah. Thoughts
you
become
attract what you
things.
believe.
Thoughts
That's
become things.
That's right. We could just keep, we're going to quote like every
We're just
manifesting quote.
mantraing, you and I are like till the end of time, mantraing
You
back
have a lot
and
of
forth.
good one-liners too. So I would also say that we attract what we are, we attract what we believe.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the folks out there who are so in that state of, I want to come back to depression a bit because it's truth, right? So they're in that really low, or you struggle with anxiety as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's your advice there?
What's helped me in my low lows? I mean, practically, I'll start with the practical stuff. Like literally, what do I do? Journal a lot religiously, and I read a lot. Those are the two things that I always go back to that always make me feel better. Reading has really that's a big stability thing for me.
What are you reading at that time?
It doesn't have to be a book about manifesting or whatever. It can be fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely believe it's a really good way to relieve pressure off of a brain that's struggling with whatever it is.
Beautiful. You get into another story.
It just lets the air out of the tire a little bit.
Okay.
I have non-negotiables, which are like 3 things that I have, and they change throughout time, but I just make a deal with myself. Like, okay, we're going to walk for 20 minutes. We're going to read for 20 minutes, and we're going to call one friend per day. And you just kind of have those little things. And then you tick them off, and then you start to feel good. That's how you start to build up that self-worth. What else? Honestly, it comes back to the faith thing that we were talking about before. If it's your first time going through something that's difficult, it can be scary because you're like, I don't have the spiritual proof. Like, I don't have that yet. But that's where you fall into faith, and you think, I'm going to get out of this. And if you have been through it, then you try to think back and say, okay, I survived what I went through before, and I will again.
Yeah. Did you ever get medicated?
Yeah, I did. And there's absolutely no shame in medication. And I still take it as needed for anxiety.
Totally.
And I think, having someone, that's another thing I should have said, is if you can speak to someone. I'm a huge believer in therapy. If you can, that's the best ever. Definitely. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
We all need help.
Yeah, we all need help. Mm-hmm.
Well, I also am a big voice for the collab of therapy, spirituality, and medication when it's necessary. As I share very openly, that I had very bad postpartum depression, suicidal postpartum depression. And I got on medication for it, and it saved my life, frankly.
Yeah.
And I just want to be a voice for that, even when in my field, there's a lot of shame around that.
Right. And it's like they can work all those facets can work together so magically.
Absolutely.
And it, it's not one size fits all. It's how does it work for you? It's okay, right now this is working. You take this from spirituality, you take this from therapy, and then you sprinkle a little meds on there, we're good to go.
Exactly. And the medication can help you create a safer baseline to do deeper therapeutic work.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.